And the other part to it, I think, is that a lot of programs don't talk about too, is that you're going to fail. Like, you're going to fail on this journey. It is inevitable. And the women that are the most successful are not the most successful because they've never failed. They've failed more than most others have even tried. But it's that they pick themselves up and they keep taking consistent action. But it is the community that inspires them to do it. It's their sisters that get in there and support them and pick them back up when they're having hard times. I mean, we now in our program have a really amazing, we have 10 coaches, and then we have this amazing sister program. So we have a head big sister, big sisters, and then we have sisters underneath that. So we have the most amazing community of support just to push you through. And I think, you just can't go it alone. Like, it's just, I know people go, yeah, but Kitty, you teach women how to, yes, we teach them how to eat and how to train. And you should come into our program and in 6 months' time, you should be able to do your own diet and you should understand how to listen to your body. But that, I think, is the easy part. The hard part is staying consistent long enough to get to where you want to be. And, I just thought I could, get some of the sisters to chat about, their experiences in the community and how, just to speak, I guess, and share their experience. Who wants to talk first? There's so many. Oh, and just your advice, I guess, for the women in here.
Are you going to go, Nadetta? No, me? Okay.
So Angelina is a coach now. So she started as a big sister. So Angelina's a coach, Noretta's a coach, Nikki's a coach, and Lexi's a coach, and Margie and Anna are big sisters. But every single coach in our program has been a client. So you can't coach in our program unless you've walked the same path as everyone else and you've had your own journey, because to us, practicing leadership by example is one of our most important values. And you can't ask and coach other people if you can't lead yourself. And if you haven't walked in their shoes, I mean, everyone has slightly different stories, obviously, but, we've all come in for the same reasons. We just want to look and feel better and live our best life. So sorry, Angelina, go.
It's okay, Kit. I guess for me, coming into the program, I actually didn't think that I would want to be part of an online community. I didn't think that I needed that. I'm very independent and I am very self-driven. So I didn't think I required that external help from others. And I know that talking to the other big sisters, their perception of me coming into the program, that I was quite guarded. And Mel talked about this the other day, opening up and allowing yourself to be vulnerable was one of the things that I learnt. So letting people in, allowing them into your space. And I don't think I would have come this far if I hadn't had the community surrounding me and to pick me up and to help others even. I think I'm more about helping other people than receiving the help, but in turn get the help that I need. So for me, and one of our standards is if you want to go far, go with many. And that I know is true. Like I said, I don't think I would have come as far as I have if I hadn't had the support of the other sisters in the program and the coaches, of course. Craig was always such a important role model to me. And to send him those pictures today of me squatting was just like the best ever, because he knows how far I've come.
The giraffe.
The
gummy giraffe. That's amazing. You are like, it's incredible. I'll post the video later so everyone can see, but like, you improved so much. You really were a bit of a tard to start with, weren't you? I mean that in the nicest possible. Your legs are so long.
I know, right?
These incredibly long legs. I remember when you came into the gym when you very first, and Craig was, and I was like, man, you've got to squat so far.
Passing lever lengths, I know, right? But just to send him those videos, so my journey is not just my journey, it's his journey as well. And the same with the other ladies, like Nikki's journey is not just Nikki's journey, it's our journey together. And I think that, like, I have made lifelong friends in this program, and some of my best friends are in this program, and I will cherish that for like forever. Like, it's just the best. I cannot, for someone that was so anti online groupie thing, I think I'm probably the biggest softie and sucker at the end of it. Who's next?
I'll go next. I'm the same, actually. I not that I was anti the online thing, but I've just never been one to really share that much of myself with people I don't know. And I remember some of my very, very first lives as a big sister. So when we first, when the Big Sister program first started, and we all put our hands up, and it was like, in the back of my mind, I remember talking about this in my life. I used to like repeat to myself, if you want to go far, go with many. If you want to go far, go with many, because I just think I've had so many trainers, and I've been to so many gyms, and I've done so many different diets and all these different eating programs. And if they all, like, if that worked, every female that's ever done that would have the results that they wanted to have. And really, there are so many women who don't have the results that they want. And that's the difference here. So we have not only the trainers and the nutrition, but we also have the community. And it's like, and I see it all the time in the page as well. You come in kind of thinking that you want one thing, and really what the program gives you, it gives you what you need, not necessarily what you want. And for me, I really needed a community at that time in my life. I had just had a baby. I didn't realize how isolated I was feeling, and how removed from, you know, my world, basically. Like, I wasn't working. I had given up I had sold my business. I had, you know, my friends were all at work. My husband was at work every day. So I came in kind of for one reason, but I gained something that I didn't even know I actually needed. And it's been one of the best things ever to come out of it. So yeah, it's just been awesome. And now to imagine my life without you guys, I just can't. Like,
well, imagine our program without you.
I know. I know. It's so strange to even think of my life without you guys in it. Yeah.
Yeah, so funny. I remember my kids saying, Nikki, I think it was the first weekend I came down to meet you and Lexi and Mal, and they were like, Mum, you're doing that thing they tell us not to do on cyber safety. You're going to meet these strange women and you don't know who they are. And I was, it's all good. It's all good. They're awesome. They're all awesome. It'll be great. One of the amazing things for me was that this community was the first space I've ever had in my life that was a space of non-judgment. I come from a professional background. I come from a family that's full of very judgmental people and the organisations I've worked for, and I came into it and it allowed me just to be me, and there was no judgment. And I mean, I came into it for the same reasons. I felt like shit. I was overstressed. I loved the way Kitty looked. It was all of those things that we're all here for, but it became so much more. And like you, Nikki, I didn't realise either that I needed it. I thought I was quite secure in my family. I had a loving family. I had a great job. I was successful in the successful world of a profession, but I was fucking miserable. I was absolutely miserable. And this community, every single coach, every single woman that comes into it is just allowed to be who they are. And that's a really special space that I've actually never seen in anything else I've ever done, any other group that I've ever been part of. And I've lived in Australia now for 6 years, and in the community, I'm living rural, remote Victoria, and I tried every sport under the sun just to find a tribe. You know how you go, I just can't find my tribe. I tried everything from bloody canoeing at 5 o'clock, rowing at 5 o'clock in the morning, to grit at 7 p.m. And it was ridiculous. And I couldn't find my tribe. And I came into this space and I found a tribe. And I was like, how do you get that online? And that's what Kitty and Craig have actually created in Win It Life that hasn't never been replicated anywhere I've seen, even in physical life. There's always so much judgment that people have, and people feel safe. And I think, you know, and free to be who they are. And I think that's a really amazing space because everybody cares, you know, everybody cares about each other, and we listen and we share. And there's just sometimes oversharing, ladies. And that's great. I love that. We just go, whatever.
A bit of oversharing.
And I think it's actually opened a space up in me that I've never had opened up in me before. And it's, you know, it's really enlightening to go, I've got friends all over Australia. And when I go there, I can stop and I can have a coffee. And it's really exciting. And even though we, you know, the first Win It Life weekend that I went to, it is just like, oh, you're a real person. Meeting all the coaches and all the sisters are like, oh, you are a real person. So I just think there's this accumulative community that comes with all these amazing people based on the Win It Life principles that, yeah, I don't believe is anywhere else that I've ever been experiencing. And yeah, I've said to Kitty and Craig and the big sisters and all the coaches, not getting rid of me. I'm here forever.